What's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. It's Wednesday. I don't exactly know the date. I think it's the 15th. It's Wednesday. It was just the 14th. So there's that. At any rate. Okay. Here we go. Now, I just watched an entire, maybe hour-long live stream that the YouTube channel Montegraph did this morning. Richie, you're a Christian and Montegraph is a pedophile. Didn't you know that? Here's the deal. If that were any more incorrect, I just don't know what to tell you. Montegraph is a solid dude. Montegraph is probably one of the best researchers, when properly pissed off, that I've ever seen on the interwebs. So, just because a bunch of stupid people put up dumb videos doesn't make it so. But I digress. Montegraph put up an hour-long video this morning talking about what's coming and how they're going to do it. And it basically sounds an awful lot like what I said. Because I learned how they do things from people like Montegraph. Because he's been around forever. He's not some Johnny-come-lately. You see what I'm saying? The United States and her allies. When I say the United States is allies, it's like saying a woman that gets beaten by her husband all the time is devoted to him. She's not devoted, she's scared. Okay? So our allies, they're not buying the we need to go to war with Iran right away. So this is where it gets ugly. They've already recalled all non-pertinent personnel from the embassies, etc. That's step one. Step two, there has to be a false flag on American soil. And there will be. And they'll blame it on Iran. And Americans will buy it hook, line, and sinker. Let me explain something to you. And I'm guilty of it. Almost everybody is. I'm guilty because I actually took an oath to the military-industrial complex. Like so many others did when they enlisted in the military. But I've seen the error of my ways. I thought I was doing the right thing. Everybody does, right? But come on. There is so much information available right now that anybody can figure out what's really going on. Why we really go to war. We've been at war every day since I was born. That's a long, long, long time. They're going to set it off. Montegraph said this probably in a movie theater. Dallas, Sacramento, Boston, New York, anywhere, and people will go for it. And the reason everybody is culpable for this, everyone's to blame, is the way that we allowed television, movies, our government, the news, to turn us all into war-mongering assholes. My grandparents, I've said this in video before, I'll say it again. My grandparents and my great-grandparents were very, very, very reluctant to go to war. Our generation, USA, USA, we're going to put a foot in your ass and blah, 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 blah. Every single solitary war going all the way back to the beginning of the 1900s was started by a false flag. Period. And that's exactly how they're going to start this one. We can't afford another war. The national debt, the thing that nobody even talks about, nobody even cares about, it's just no big deal, continues to spin like this. It's unbelievable. $21 trillion national debt that they show the sheep, and then like $190 trillion in derivatives and every other. We're completely and totally bankrupt. Our money is based on nothing. Other countries are stockpiling gold. Are you? Am I? Is our government? Hell no. Hell no. I totally disagree that the wars are for money. That's not what it's about anymore. It isn't what it's about. They have successfully stolen all of America's wealth, all of it, and replaced it with pieces of paper. You see what I mean? It's absolutely, completely, totally worthless. So I don't think it's about going. They want their new world order. They want to depopulate. Going to war with Iran will do a bunch of things at one time. Do you think it's coincidental that they're suddenly measles? Everyone has to get a vaccine. And then suddenly at the same time, Iran, everyone's going to go to war. Meanwhile, the stock market's basically unraveling slowly because they got to do it. They got to do it. It's all going to happen at once in the twinkling of an eye. Be ready. Be ready. I got several videos that I'm going to make this week that are going to piss a bunch of people off. I noticed the one about David Icke is Jesus got a bunch of thumbs down because apparently a bunch of people really like David Icke. I'm going to fix that, and I'm going to use all his own words to do so. David Icke is simply Alex Jones for the UK. That's it. I don't trust anybody that thinks H is silent. You can't say human being, you say human? Human? Nah. I don't trust anybody that doesn't pronounce H. It's just all there is to it. At any rate.
Hey, have you seen these new rings? They're made of silicone, and they're called groove rings. Cool, right? Well, you want to know why?
How safe is the car you're considering? The Subaru Outback is a 2019 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. The Honda CR-V is not.
Lease a new 2019 Subaru Outback for $249 a month for 36 months.
When you get home after a long day, you're probably ready to just chill. Metro Mattress understands. Introducing Chill, the best bed in a box for busy people like you. Chill features a patented ice-cool cover that automatically responds to your body's temperature and keeps you from overheating. Best of all, we'll deliver Chill, set it up, remove the packaging, and dispose of your old mattress at no extra charge. Chill starts at just $3.99. Try in store or buy online at metromattress.com.
Hello, my friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family. So, guys, we see this out of the Rolling Stone. We see the Trump administration is thirsty for war. Intelligence be damned. The United States is goading Iran into taking action so it can justify an invasion. And, many of us would say, well, yeah, that's what's going on. Of course, we could see that. And then there are still those that believe in the dualistic illusion that is in front of us, that Republican, Democrat divide, liberal, conservative, et cetera, et cetera. But, when you get down to it, it's so easy to see once you start looking at the whole picture. It's just so easy. And I know from your comments that I'm seeing, you guys are totally awake to what's going on here. And so things are ratcheting up, most definitely. And, first and foremost, we have to realize, like we said before, it's not just the Trump administration. If Clinton was in office, we'd still be doing this. We'd be doing it in a different way, perhaps slightly. Perhaps it would have already happened. Perhaps, it'll happen a little bit later, but it's all part of the bigger picture here. And, the bottom line is when we look at it and we look at the facts about U.S. quote unquote defense spending, it's not defensive at all. When has the U.S. been invaded or attacked? It's obviously not defensive, it's offensive. That's the bottom line. Of course, national defense is a priority, but when you look at this, defense spending, and these numbers are old now because the numbers are actually worse. They've gone up through the roof in the last couple of years. And so defense spending, well, defense slash offense, 15% of total federal spending. The single largest category of discretionary spending, as we can see here. And the US spends more on defense offense than the next 7 countries combined. And of course, that includes China and Russia and Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, as we talked about, is on a huge military binge. And they have been for the last 5 years, spending more really than the Russians. They're not a large country, so they're part of the bigger plan here, as you see the rest. And the U.S. has historically devoted a larger share of its economy to defense than many of its key allies. And we have seen the Trump administration ask for more basically sharing of that load from the NATO countries. But when you come down to it, this is all part of the bigger plan and how it is being used. So it's interesting to see this. And now what's going on now is definitely, yeah, we're getting close to crunch time. It could happen at any moment. So you have this coming out saying Pompeo is quoting, Iranian militias have deployed missiles near U.S. bases in Iraq.
Coming to Hilbert was the right choice for me because the friends I've made here and the opportunities I've got to have here are not common. So that's why I wanted to come to Hilbert.
Iraq.